Thanksgiving is coming, so let's give thanks for football, shall we, Bill Bender? My name is Tom Vandervoort. Welcome into the Sporting News Studios for Ram Fantasy Update with the experts from Sporting News Fantasy Source. Bill Bender, you're here again this week. Talk to me about 3 games on Thanksgiving. Is that going to change fantasy owner strategy at all this week?
Well, some owners like to be that guy that doesn't play their guys on Thursday, but with the set of games we have on this Thanksgiving, you start off with Detroit and Houston, you go into Washington, Dallas, New England and the Jets in the nightcap. There's a lot of fantasy studs out there. Arian Foster, Calvin and Andre Johnson, Robert Griffin III. And I personally don't like it, seeing all these football when you're supposed to be having family time, eating, doing whatever. But you have to pay attention to your lineups, make sure you get everything set, and don't sit somebody just because you might not be able to watch the game.
Is there any particularly favorable matchup you see in any of these 3 games that guys should try to exploit, owners should try to exploit?
Well, I think Tony Romo is the guy this week that I really like. He always plays well on Thanksgiving. He's 6-0. He averaged 275 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions in those games. There's always a memorable moment on Thanksgiving, Tom, whether it be like Randy Moss catching touchdowns or whatever. I think Robert Griffin III, Tony Romo are going to put a show on in Dallas, and both are going to have huge fantasy games.
All right, very good. Now let's talk about the marquee injury this week. We had some quarterbacks hurt last week. This week, Rob Gronkowski getting that 59th point for the Patriots. Breaks his forearm. I don't know. Was he on your team, perhaps?
He was on a couple of my teams, and I'm not real happy about it. But the thing with the Patriots is Bill Belichick, I know one thing. I don't know him. I know he doesn't care about your fantasy team, my fantasy team, or fantasy football. They'll have a plan to get by. He'll use Julian Edelman, Danny Woodhead, whoever. The guy I like on that team is Brandon Lloyd. Aside from Gronkowski, he's the only one with at least 3 touchdown catches. I think he'll see an increased role. And again, the Patriots will get by with whoever. It's what Bill Belichick does. They'll plan around it, make do until Gronkowski or Aaron Hernandez returns.
All right, so if you can't watch the games, you still got to take advantage of Thanksgiving Day. For Bill Bender, I'm Tom Vandervoort. That has been Ram Fantasy Update. Thanks for watching.